In my old company, Cadorable, I spent a lot of time around spreadsheets. Financial statements, designing forms in Excel, analyzing inventory, making sales projections, building reports to help salespeople spot opportunities for product placement. I was the only one in my company with these skills. Anytime a colleague needed some help with Excel or with data, they gratefully came to me. I'm truly excellent at data analysis. It felt good. I liked it. It was important to control costs and support sales with all this data. And it was a colossal missed opportunity. As soon as I could afford it, back in 1998, I hired my first employee, a warehouse worker. I wasn't particularly good at packing orders, and I certainly didn't enjoy unloading hundreds of heavy boxes. Our second hire was for the office doing data entry and customer service. I've hired people who light up for great customer service. I've worked with people who feel tremendous satisfaction for starting the day with a large pile of orders needing to be entered into the system and leaving 8 hours later with an empty desk. I'm pretty good at all that stuff, but I don't particularly enjoy it. I'm excellent at data analysis. I like it. People seek me out to do it. It creates significant value. But what a terrible opportunity cost. Imagine if I spent that 5 or 10 hours a week mentoring our staff, something I truly love and am great at, or developing important relationships outside the company. These activities had the potential to transform our company, not just control costs or support sales. I was the only person at Cadorable who had these analytical skills, but I could have easily trained someone to do the job well enough, helping their career development. And there are tens of thousands of professionals I could have hired or outsourced these tasks to, people who are better at it than me, people who live for this stuff. Spending time on what I was merely great at and enjoyed was keeping me away from what I was born for, my zone of genius, work that brings meaning and joy to life while creating tremendous value and abundance. In your Untangled Coaching Zone of Genius workshop, you will identify where you tend to spend your time at work, in your zone of genius or somewhere else. And you will brainstorm how you might increase genius activities in your day. We'll explore how to free up space to allow your genius to expand and then protect and prioritize your genius activities for a life of purpose, passion, and abundance. Some of you have taken the time to find your how, your core values, how your life should be lived, or taken the next step and found your purpose, why your life should be lived. For most of us, the most challenging part of being our best, most authentic self is identifying and then committing to our what, our zone of genius, our unique ability, the things in this world that we are born to do. At work, how much time do you spend in your zone of genius? The things you're great at and love that only you can do in your business. As our companies grow, it's easy to outsource or delegate away our zone of incompetence, things we dislike and aren't good at. Eventually, we offload our zone of competence, things we can do just fine, but that suck our energy and in which we do not excel. The trap for most entrepreneurs is our zone of excellence. We're pretty darn good at it and might even like these tasks. People praise us for it. We're paid well for it, but other people are good at these things too and do them effortlessly. Our zone of excellence is a trap because it keeps us away from our zone of genius, the things only we could do in our companies, the things that bring meaning and joy to life. An activity might be in your zone of genius if you truly love it. It's work that doesn't feel like work. It creates value and abundance. People think of it as your superpower, the thing that you are seemingly effortlessly great at that helps other people. You feel energized after doing it more so than before, even if it requires a lot of energy. To make the most of our time together, download my Zone of Genius worksheet at www.untangled-coaching.com/genius. Prior to the meeting, do your best to fill out the exercise. It's okay if you get stuck. That's what I'm here for. But at a minimum, make a list of all productive activities you do and all your commitments that take more than 30 minutes a week at work and at home. How much time do you spend on each of these activities each week? Categorize the tasks as zone of genius, zone of excellence, zone of competence, or zone of incompetence. Fill out page 2, and as far as you could get on page 3, you will leave this workshop with clarity, on where you should be focusing more of your time at work and how to take non-genius activities off of your plate. But the real goal, the outcome that should thrill you, is the answer to this question. What could I devote myself to that leverages my genius skills in service of my purpose? What could I devote myself to that leverages my genius skills in service of my purpose? That is what you were born for. And when you find it, you will experience life at a much higher dimension of meaning, joy, and abundance.